using decoction and UAE extraction techniques.
Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting our research titled Optimizations of the Maximizing Total Phenolic Content in Spray Drying Dandelion Extract Powder, focusing on using decoctions and the ultrasonic assisted extraction techniques. Let's begin. The main objectives of our study were to compare decoctions and the ultrasonic assisted extraction methods to maximize the total phenolic content in the dandelion extract. Additionally, we aim to optimize the spray drying conditions to produce the stable powders and explore the potentials of ultrasonic assisted extractions for commercial production scales. Despite the dandelion's known health benefits, there has been limited research comparing the traditional and the modern extraction methods for the optimizations of the total phenolic contents. Furthermore, the effects of the spray drying parameters on phenolic contents are not well documented. Our study addresses this gap by providing the scalable, cost-effective extraction process. We used the dandelion leaves were gathered from the Shan State, eastern part of Myanmar, and the garlic acid as the standard. The study compared two extraction methods: decoctions, which involve boiling for 15 patties and 45 minutes, and the ultrasonic extractions, which uses the ultrasonic waves for the same durations. The extracts were then spray drying at the different temperatures, 120, 140, and 160 degrees Celsius. Finally, we measure the total phenolic content using the UV spectrophotometers. Our findings show that the ultrasonic assisted extractions consistently produced a higher yield percentage than the decoctions, with the maximum yield of the 36.51 compared to the 36.32% at the 140 degrees Celsius. In terms of the total phenolic contents, ultrasonic assisted extractions significantly outperformed the decoctions with values ranging from about 40 milligrams per gram compared to the above the 20. Spray drying at the 140 degrees Celsius was the optimum for maintaining the phenolic integrity and maximizing yield. In summary, the UAE proved to be the superior extraction methods for the maximizing the total phenolic contents in dandelion leaf extracts. Additionally, they optimized the spray drying conditions, enhance the stability and quality of the final powder. This process provides scalable solutions for the nutraceutical protections. Our study has some limitations. We didn't fully explore the UAE parameters such as the ultrasonic frequency and the powers. Moreover, we focused solely on the total phenolic contents and did not assess other bioactive compounds or the antioxidant activities. Future research could optimize the ultrasonic assisted extractions parameters further to enhance the total phenolic contents and bioactive stability. We also recommend evaluating the bioavailability and shelf life of the extracted powder. Finally, we exploring the commercial applications in the nutraceuticals and the pharmaceuticals industry would be valuable. To conclude, the ultrasonic extractions is the highly effective method for the extractions of the phenolic content from the dandelion leaves, while the 140 degrees Celsius spray drying ensures a high quality, stable extracts. Our finding lays the groundwork for the industrial scale dandelion extract productions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tanda. Alright, first of all, I would like to comment on the title itself. Okay, sorry. So, for your title, optimization of maximizing. So, I think that's optimization and maximizing is quite similar. So, maybe you can just remove maximizing.
Yes. Yeah, maximizing means the total phenolic content. We would like to maximize but the optimization is for the parameter for for the straight lines or the, yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
so-
you can remove maximum.
Yes. Thank you for suggestions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And then now you already find out that UAE extraction techniques is the best method, right? For for maximizing the TPC content.
Yeah.
So what's your next aim for this TPC content? What you're going to do next with this compound?
Our TPC contents are for me so far the previous we research is the total phenolic content, but the next steps we will do the specific compounds like caffeic acid for the antioxidant activity. Yeah.
Antioxidant study.
Antioxidant activity extract the caffeic acid and using the HPLC methods and the experiment. I will do the experiment. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Let's proceed to the next presenter, which is Atika Suraya, to present the effectiveness of self-efficacy method for A, avoid, alter, accept and adapt on work stress analysis at Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May peace be upon us all. Good morning. My name is Atika Suraya, a student Bachelor of Nursing, Institute of Health Science, Pekanbaru Medical Center, Provinsi Riau, Indonesia. To present about my thesis with the title Effectiveness Self-Efficacy Method 4A, Avoid, Alter, Accept, and Adapt on Nurse Work Stress in Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital. Well, research background, Kementerian Indonesia 2021, nurse discussion case nurse work stress to increase at Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital. The work environment, organization, and births are one of the factors causing nurse work stress. So that the level of service intensification of patient decrease, job stress can be overcome by self-efficacy, where self-efficacy is perception of himself, condition and able to face problems and demands until the achievement of goal. Objective 1. General objective to determine the effect of 4A method self-efficacy, avoid, alter, accept, and adapt on nurse work stress at Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital. 2. Specific objective 1. To determine of frequency distribution of nurse work stress before and after the 4A method self-efficacy intervention, avoid, alter, accept, and adapt. 2. To determine the effect of 4A method self-efficacy, avoid, alter, accept, and adapt work stress at Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital. Okay. Research gap. Lack of previous research. Some research has been conducted, but the method used were not effective to evince deeper understanding. So, in this study, developing self-efficacy by nursing the 4A method for avoid, alter, accept, and adapt. Limited variable. This study mainly consider the variable of 4A method efficacy, self-efficacy, avoid, alter, accept, and adapt, and nurse job stress. Further research might include other variables such as workload, staff strength, shortage, and social support. Population of nurses at Pekanbaru Medical Center 60 foreigners, sample 30 respondent, data collection technique, quantitative purpose sampling, one group pretest and post-test dengan uji t-test. Finding summary, the result of data analysis show a p-value of 0.0772, which indicates that self-efficacy in nurse can reduce the level of work stress of nurse at Pekanbaru Medical Center Hospital. Okay. Of the 30 respondents involved in the study, the majority were in the good implementation category. Outcome: the frequency of the majority of 4A method self-efficacy avoid, alter, accept, and adapt. From 30 respondents found there were no respondents who experienced stress at very high and high level, 0% with the majority being at very low stress level, 26, 86.7%, and low for 30.0%. Limitation: the study only focused on inpatient nurse, so that the result might not include the perspective of other medical personnel such as doctor, pharmacy, and other staff who are potential exposed to job stress. 2. The study was conducted with a certain period of time, so it could not observe long-term change in the application of the 4A method self-efficacy, avoid, alter, accept, and other career. Future scope of the study: 1. Future research can explore other variables such as workload, social support, and cohorts to provide a more comprehensive picture of the factors that contribute to nurse job stress. Future research can involve various types of medical personnel, including doctor, pharmacy, midwives, and administrative staff, to gain a more comprehensive perspective on nurse work stress and how the application of the 4A method self-efficacy.
Kirim karo LOA ke Ikris.
Kirim aja WA tuh mas.
Terus Cakap.
Kirimi PPT-mu. Udah cukup Mbak, cari
Future research
Ano,
can involve various type of medical personnel including doctor, pharmacy, midwives, administrative staff to gain a more comprehensive perspective on nurse work stress and how the application of the 4A method self-efficacy, avoid, alter, assess, and adapt can be application throughout the health team. This is all my presentation. Thank you so much for your nice attention.
Okay, thank you.
Kok harap lah nang tumbas kisah
I have
ini.
one question for you. Okay, first, how does
Orang anyar.
you implement
Orang anyar
the
bentuk
4A
susu anak
method
udah cedak.
in your study?
Jorok neng belum gitu. Toko susu. Toko susu ni lah.
Regarding your intervention, how you conduct the
Bangsa arah
research,
neng jengblem.
how you measure the effectiveness of this
Arah neng jengblem.
4A method.
Dia cari
Bagaimana
sore karek ke sore
melakukan
kayak ini.
evaluasi
Oh,
Ya.
Dengan cara for session.
Can you explain that? Forsation, apa forsation tu?
saya cari satu.
Melalui apa? Melalui interview ke? Melalui
Cari satu.
questionnaire ke?
Nak mimek
Buat
jorok
intervention.
neng tenggorokan.
Wes,
Tak telan.
ya wes
Intervention dari sini,
Sehat mana?
you bagi questionnaire to the respondent.
Yes.
Bakar di sana di depan di ruang.
Okay, so my next question is which component, bahagian komponen apa daripada 4A method itu yang bagi impact yang sangat
Tunggu ni dia.
tinggi kepada
Makan ya.
avoid, alter, adapt and accept. Which one is the best? Antara 4 komponen tu,
Aku tak cakap apa.
yang mana yang paling bagus?
Yang pertama.
Avoid.
Avoid. Okay. So that's all. Okay, thank you.
Cari satu dia.
Okay. Now we have come to our next presenter, Subir Mukhopadhyay. Is he here? He's not here. Alright, so we proceed with the next presenter, Sweta Chatterjee. Okay, please welcome. So, the title for her research is Scientific Observation on Mangrove Degeneration, Case-Specific Exposure from Indian part of Sundarbans.
Salah. Tak cakap. Good morning.
So first, we have to take a glance. Different connotations of mangrove degradation especially. So these are all connected with each other. So it can be said that it's the partial or the fully conversion from the forest land as well as the reduction of the forest cover and the species diversity along with the ecosystem function as well. Next is the examination of the So next one is the examination of the starting area slide, which I have chosen. The Indian part of Sundarbans is the world's largest expansion of mangrove area in the southern tip of the Bay of Bengal and the Ganges to Meghna Delta as well. So it consisting of the 19 blocks in total, covering the South Chobbish Parganas as the 13 blocks and the remaining 6 blocks under the North Chobbish Pargana part. So this Indian part of Sundarbans is fortified by the Dampier Gorges line in the northwest part, Hooghly River in the west part, Kalindi and the Hulimanga River, as well as the India-Bangladesh international border in the eastern part and the Bay of Bengal in the southern part. Next slide is on the case-specific exposure on the mangrove degradation aspect in the Indian part of Sundarbans. So this slide is on the in the two halves actually. So left part is my observation and my perspective and my findings on this exposure of the mangrove degradation in the Indian part of Sundarbans, and the right portion is showing the word cloud, which is the author's perspective. So first part is I can say that the author perspective as per the author's perspective. So it can be said that sea level change as a whole, the climate is the main issue, which can leading towards the mangrove degradation aspects in the Indian part of Sundarbans. And the first, I can say that the first coastal bank erosion is one of the most deadly issue of the Indian part of Sundarbans. So this is the observation of the coastal bank erosion, which is the northern part of the Moshuni Island. I have visited this part, which is the Kakramari forest. So we can say that from the field imageries, so it can be said that the mangrove trees are falling down due to the slump creation, and the asymmetrical bank height is also in there. Next slide is on the Next slide is on the reduction of the strong muddy substrate, which is the associated factor of the coastal bank erosion. So this is observed on the same part, which is the inability, due to this factor, inability of the mangrove trees migration is one of the deadly and one of the associated issue through the slump creation and the coastal bank erosion for the causing of the true mangrove species degeneration or the degradation as well. So next slide is on the shoreline retreat and the gradual vanishing of islands, which is observed in the Banaduni Island, which is in the STR portion, actually Sundarbans Tiger Reserve part, and another is the Jammu Island, which is in the Hooghly estuary, which is from the SBR portion, Sundarbans Biosphere Reserve, which from the sedimentary outputs, I can say that the shoreline is continuously retreating towards the landward part, and the vanishing of island is very much obvious in this sense. So next slide is on the increase of storminess and coastal flooding issues. So it can be said that, so as per the climate central data, it can be predicted that up to 2050 and until 2050, this orange colored part is predicted as the flooded portion, and the right portion calculation shows the increment of the storminess since the 1970. Next factor is the submergence and the land erosion of the specific islands, which is from the Shikarpur Island, actually is from the Hooghly estuary. So I have created these maps on the temporal basis from the 1988 to 2023. So from these imageries, it can be observed that the different pattern, size, shape, and the pattern of these islands is decreasing in nature. So it can be predicted as well. Next, observation on the deforestation issues due to the livelihood problem. So it can be measured or observed from the field verification as well. These are from the Dorabagda forest, which is the upper part of the Koikhali village from the New Baranpati area, which is from the central part of Indian Sundarbans. So these are the field imageries. I have visited this forest and imposed towards the forest to show the mainly for the livelihood problem, mainly tall, woody, true mangrove species from the Amsania africanus, actually local named as the Pearabine. So these are the cut down from the livelihood issues, and the reduction of the accommodation space and the forest density as well is very much observed in this sense. Next slide is on the another factor, which is the sea level anomaly rise. Next, so it can be said from the data of NASA data. So it can be satellite authority data showing the Bay of Bengal feature mean sea level anomaly is very much continuously in high range nature, and from the NOAA data as well. So Bay of Bengal, particularly from the Bay of Bengal mean sea data is continuously high in nature as per the database 4.1 mm per year. So it's very much quite obvious that it's increasing in nature. So next slide is on another factor, which is the salinity variation, seasonal salinity variation, which is from the database. From the actually I have compiled the data from another source. So seasonal data, it can be said that the post-monsoonal seasonal salinity variations is quite high in nature from the 60 to 80 ppt. So it's quite very much high in nature from the different sources of Indian Sundarbans rivers network. So next, and the another slide factor, which is a reduction of the mangrove area coverage for the selected islands of Indian Sundarbans part. It has been chosen already. I have chosen the measurement for the patch matrix analysis is the for the only the mangrove coverage area. So I have firstly I have prepared the land cover classification of the whole Indian Sundarbans part. Next I have reclassified the area of mangrove area coverage. Then I have measured the landscape matrix analysis for the three. Actually I have chosen the three indices, which is first one that is the mean patch index, which is the MPS. Next one is the area weightage mean shape index, and the last one is the largest patch index. So from this slide it can be shown that the red box area showing that the value is decreasing in nature, so patch level is very much obvious in this sense. So mangrove area is decreasing in nature and deforestation is very much obvious in this nature. So next slide is on the concluding remarks also. It can be concluded and the summarize, I can summarize in the sense that the outputs of this whole database. So mangrove degradation is very much obvious in this sense, but it is not existing in every zone of the Indian Sundarbans part. It's very much obvious for the selected islands and selected destination for the whole Indian part of Sundarbans. For the primary reasons, I can say that the shoreline retreat and the vanishing of the islands. Next one is the regional mean sea level anomaly rise of the Bay of Bengal is very much obvious in this sense. Next one is the sea level rise is the primary driving force, but reduction of the inflow and the sediment from the upstream network with the erosion application activities for the tidal and ocean current is very much obvious and existing parallel sense as per the database. And the increase of sea surface temperature is the SST portion is very much obvious and high in nature. Last one is the invasion of new species like Cornocorpus erectus and buttonwood mangroves is very much existing in nature. So it can be said that these invasive species hitting the already native species of the Indian part of Sundarbans in selected portion as well. So it can be said also that as per the mitigative force against these all mangrove regeneration in this sense. So mangrove regeneration through the natural process and the artificial regeneration process through the plantation program, it can be harnessed for the best or the greatest mitigative force against this mangrove regeneration over the Indian part of Sundarbans. Next slide is on the references I used for this study. Thank you.
I have one question regarding your study. What is the significance, actually, what is the significance of your study regarding the mangrove regeneration? The significance of, because you have presented many factors, right? Many factors which contribute to the mangrove regeneration, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the importance of this study?
Actually, this mangrove regeneration is very much current problem of the Internasional. So the significance of this study is to solve this problem.
Okay,
So I have just forged like the several aspects or the problems associated with the mangrove regeneration from the author's perspective and as well as my perspective. Actually, I am working on these mangrove regeneration aspects, but I have sought out that particular problem, which is the mangrove degeneration. And then I am forging that the mangrove regeneration is the only key to solve this problem. So this is the significance of this study as a, I think, nutshell. I can say that.
So do you have any future plan on how to overcome this one? Okay, by
Our
analyzing
future
this
plan
one.
is to just forging the mangrove regeneration aspect through the natural process to establish a relationship between the plant, soil and water. Actually, water is a tidal network, tidal fluctuation, I can say that, and the artificial regeneration problem, which is the plantation problem. But for my PhD work, artificial regeneration problem is not the current, I think, solution power to solve this problem. But natural, I think I can establish the relationship between the plant, water and soil for the current issue on the mangrove regeneration. So this is my focus on the mangrove regeneration to solve this mangrove regeneration problem.
Making the sustainability, preservation.
Yeah, to create the sustainable plant program, like for the livelihood options also is very much active on these things.
Right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Very interesting to listen.
Thank you so much.
Alright, so let's proceed to the next.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Alright, so next presenter is Young Hui. For the topic designing sustainable
Kok review ya orang
strategies for integrating green
mau orang
spaces
sini pak
environment.
Kurang Cina ni mau Cina seperti saya nak cerita kok
Mas, resut kepo apa mas?
Hah?
Resut kepo apa? Kesenjangan dalam penelitian
Mbak tu makan apa?
enggak nih.
Enggak sih, tak kira ini aja tu betul yang biar aku.
Lo enggak berbagi lah.
Yes, betul. Bina aku bukan dokter. Betul tetap. Mikir masih santai. Aku bukan aku. Bimde dia ni pertama lagi masa mun klik itu mun mikir dia tu. Pertanyaan seperti itu satu. Kira itu benar.
Sana mikir tinggal
Aku tu menggebu-gebu konten masih apa? Jadi presentasi aku ni orangnya kayak mau pintar, di selang-seling mungkin pakai tak.
The growing disparity between the development's lack of green space and the people's desire for healthy living is becoming more apparent. The paper presents a systematic review and comprehensive analysis method to investigate effective strategy for utilizing an underground space in urban green space, with the goals of improving the development of green space sustainably and efficiently, resolve the urban crisis and promoting the health function of green space. The study lays forth a three-pronged strategy for making the most of subterranean and urban green space, including one, a well-organized and sensible strategy for development, two, planning and integrated use, and three, a structured environment that is environmentally harmonious. The study's results show how to support urban growth in a fast urbanizing China, where simultaneously protecting and making use of surface and subsurface landscape and green area. The introduction includes the critical of urban green space. In most cases, there is not enough open green space in cities, regardless of whether the city is in a developed or developing country. And ecosystem service open green space in an urban environment that is continually declining of ecosystem service and enhance people's quality of life. And the urban green space has its aesthetic value. The importance of sustainable
Kita
management.
biasa aja cukup streaming.
Sini
The research background
I have researched the impact of urbanization on green space, including urbanization's impact. Urbanization affects cities and not other areas, transforming nature settings in built-up area. As China transitional to an improvement economy, green areas disappeared and new projects emerged. An open area disappeared. And global urbanization and the disappearance of green space is the background. The importance of parks and green space to city. Parks as ecosystem assets and green space benefits. Green space provide ecosystem service and positive impact on residents' life, making them essential for urban planning. The research objective include incorporating green areas, maximize advantage benefit of green area. And I have do some literature review, including the historical evolution of green space in Western cities, and the importance and planning of urban green space. The research question is, what is the social and community impact of incorporating this green space? After doing the research, I used the research design and the quantitative methods, data obtained by questionnaire, and after that, I have get the result. There is a close relationship between the strategy for integrating green spaces, urban environment, and the research result is the study finds a significant relationship between the sustainable urban landscape and the strategy for integrating green space is the result. And conclusion is green space in urban design. Green space has been an integral part of urban design since its inception, helping with inhabitants' social and well-being concerns. And they are more than just social, environmental, and hospital physical advantage to having an urban park. Thank you. That's all.
So first,
Kita langsung tengok ke mana dulu. Kan?
how I do implementing how green spaces.
How the strategies for okay, I know. Like take advantage of green space in both underground and above ground landscape and green areas like roof garden and highway landscape, green of the building surface and city park, and green of urban multi-level space. Thank you.
Is there any innovative method that you apply instead of introducing the green
Kita
spaces?
kira sangat
Is there
ni.
any innovative method?
Introduce what?
Is there any innovation in your study in introducing the green spaces?
Do you have any innovation, your own innovation into introducing this greenery?
Innovation.
No. Is there any? You have your own intervention?
Innovation. Questionnaire.
influenced by the intervention. Okay, your question is
Jangan pernah
upon the respondents, right?
hasil penelitian menggunakan bahasa Inggris.
So we want to know how you conduct the integration of
You use the method of my research. I have do the quantitative method,
here is
data
just questionnaire.
obtained by questionnaire in Hong Kong and other places in China, and use the KMO method to analyze the data. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have Supir Mukhopadhyay. Okay, so alright, okay. So his research title is Ecology, Climate Change and Uses of Water, Issues and Challenges with Reference to India.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am representing International Benevolent Research Foundation. Though my views are completely different from the organization, and this is completely my view. The most pressing problem confronting humanity in the present century, the ecological crisis. The problem of nature is really a problem of resources, of the capital. As natural cycle are tuned to protein process geared to provide communications, accommodations. Question is raised that classical sociologists has no thinking in terms of ecology, etc. But we know that in the Communist Manifesto, the first sociologist I think has mentioned regarding all this, and this is in the introductory part. Next. Mainly, our understanding was that the water is free to use, but now it is not so as we think. So, Madrid Center estimates that climate disasters displaced over 33.2 million people globally in 2021. This is the situation. So, next. Climate change and uses of water. I am representing Indian and This is with reference to completely with reference to India. There is so much displacement in India. In India, agriculture is still the main source of earning. Hence, in other parts, there is also the industry. Now, I will be presenting mainly it is a secondary data, and main theme will be the supply and demand position of water compared to India. How much water it is used and how there is an imbalance in demand and supply. And India, the sources of water is mainly the groundwater and the sources on river etc. That is the reservoirs. Now, from the last 10 or 20 years, the reservoirs are coming down. Mainly this is the problem. In spite of that, we have, I can say that there is lots of immatch between supply and demand etc. And due to the pure or purified water, shortage of purified water, disaster comes down through the contamination of unpure, unsafe water. And in India, the sources of water, it is coming down. I have said mainly the groundwater level is coming down. And that wise, agriculture and industry both are hampered due to the less supply of water. We have the sources of water in India, the status of water consumption in India. Now we will concentrate on the demand side of water. India has about 500 million of livestock population at the end of the booming economy. It is booming economy. Population growth and rapid urbanization have considerable impact on India's water demand. Changes in food consumption, lifestyle, and food pattern also play a major role in water. And I have the table where this table is not mine. It is from the Food and Agriculture Organization. Sorry, I have already mentioned that my data will be the secondary sources. And you see, I have presented India, China, Brazil, Russia, US and Germany. These are the steps, and you can imagine a rising economy, developed economy, all are there. In India, in agriculture uses 90.4% of water is used. And industry it uses 2.2%, in domestic it is 7.4%. This is the Indian structure. Next. Right? Yes. You just see that the position of India compared to other countries. This is data, and now we have the bar diagram also. Next. You see? This is position. Agriculture, industry, domestic uses, India, China, Brazil, Russia, US and Germany. Next. And in table 2, it is tells about the variation of expected water use in various sectors over the years. It indicates that by 2050, the main problem, by 2050, the total water consumption will be more than the available water supply in the country. This demand supply gap will be a problem in water resources utilization for the purpose of economic growth, lifestyle change, etc. This is the position. Next. In this aspect, our central government organization, what Niti Aayog, previously it was Planning Commission, now it is Niti Aayog, in his report 2018, that 50% of groundwater wells in India are declined. rain alone fulfill only 20% of water demand, while remaining 80% relies heavily on depleting groundwater reserves. Just to mention that 70% of rainwater flows to the ocean every year.
Ternyata
In table 3, it is
Kenapa ya
seen that
UMB kan
Indian
otomatis loh.
industry
Set, 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 set.
consumes relatively higher
Oke,
amount
masih
of
persoalan
water
aja.
for production compared to international standards. And on the other hand, it is also to mention that the productivity, in terms of productivity, it is very much less compared to other developed nations. This is the main part of this. And you see that thermal power it consumes 87% almost.
Mereka masih merah.
5.05%.
Kita masih ingat
Paper and pulp, 2.26.
rame itu mulu mau kami
Textile,
Jumat kok.
extra silver, others
Kami
0.7%.
Jumat kok.
This is the water consumption. This is the diagram of it. Now,
Potongan dia, Bu.
in India, there is a significant mismatch. What I have already mentioned, the mismatch of distribution of available water. Ironically, less water is available or more people leave. This is a disparity. As per the international norms, countries with per capita water availability less than 700 mg per year is categorized as water stressed. In India, per capita water availability is 154, that is, it is below the standard. Hence, India is water stressed. Feels that this is according to the census of 2011. According to press information, Bureau information, this becomes the same. It also says the same information. Next slide. And this is the picture that is the displacement due to fragmentation, etc., etc. Next. In conclusion, and there is the change in temperature and precipitation due to global warming and related processes have serious impact on hydrological process and regional water resources in India. Climate affects the supply and demand of water as well as its quality, especially in arid and semi-arid areas. This is the situation. And in conclusion, what we can mention that in conclusion, it may be mentioned that for many years, water was considered as free. From where I start my presentation as free and non-economic good such as air. The United Nations Jargon Principle 1992 emphasized on the importance of economic value of water. And thus, the concept of water as an economic good should be adopted in all cases. To do all, a common sense practice and training is needed in reducing the damage done to the groundwater reserve. Teaching farmers the technique of updated irrigation and proper utilization of water and rainwater in harvesting are small but effective steps, I think so, in stemming the loss of freshwater sources. It is to mention that the crisis of this magnitude cannot be solved without lip services and short-sighted solutions. Understanding the complexity and importance of environmental issues requires a holistic approach to water conservation and a rigorous environmental management structure. A structure that should be guided by values that has been discussed yesterday also. Values such as transparency, accountability, public participation in decision making, and freedom of association. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Presentation. Okay, so anyone have any question? Alright, we allow only one question.
It's a nice presentation and very useful work. Water level is very dangerous in India. One thing is since we are here attending to healthcare also, there is a very important issue related to water in some parts of India, whenever groundwater is taken up, the arsenic contamination is going up also. So that arsenic is making a very big desert. Many kind of diseases, including cancers, are related to this. So I request the present studying that area.
Kita bertanya.
Thank you.
Pertanyaan ini.
Actually, I did not accommodate all the
Akhirnya
related issues. Only I considered a supply and demand position. Though I have mentioned that the contamination of water is a problem in India, and I think it is all over the world also. And that's why I have not separately discussed the arsenic issue. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. So, we proceed with the next presenter.
Next presenter is Bihuni Bandari. So, the topic is fire hazard analysis and subsequent environmental
Suara
impact
kerja apa,
in
coy?
Kolkata.
Okay, before we proceed, I have an announcement. Do we have Miss Alamari Ame and also Prarine? Okay. Is these two persons here?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been informed that both of you need to move to Pahlawan Room 7 and 8. Pahlawan Room 7 and 8. You may follow the you be doing the presentation there. Okay. Alamari Amir and Prarine. Okay? Alright. Okay, so you may proceed. Presenter.
I'm the second author. Now, I'm going to present the topic fire hazard analysis and subsequent environmental impact in Kolkata. So, urban fire hazard played a significant role. Actually, urban fire hazard significant risk
Muka ada kesempatan nih, peluang ini. Kita harus kerja keras maksimalin.
Nowadays, remote sensing and GIS have become a critical tool for the research to assess
Perpanjang sampai dengan 23 Januari.
the present study
Jadi 24 Istana
focuses
sampai
on
tanggal
the
23
vulnerability, ward-wise vulnerability of Kolkata.
Ya jangan
This
gitu.
particular
Kita
topic
harus
is
gak boleh
directly
gitu.
related to sustainable development goal number 6, 9,
Nggak bisa.
3 and 11. Previous major works were done in before during last 3 decades by some NGO and government authorities, but those were too much target oriented and too small. So it needs a new approach. The present study focuses on Kolkata, city of joy, capital of West Bengal, with highly urban population, dense population, considering residential and infrastructural development. It is characterized by the many number of frequencies or occurrences of fire hazard incidents. So objectives of the study assess the vulnerability in different wards of KMC, the investigation of actual and potential fire hazard prone areas of KMC, and the construction of GIS database and generation of thematic maps to study the risk management. And the distribution of fire events, it shows that the wards such as 5, 21, 23 seems to have a higher frequencies of occurrences of fire incidents. And 2013, this particular year, had the maximum fire events, followed by 2015, 2018. And And this particular area, Kolkata, has been classified into 4 categories. Zone 1 represents 55% of the total works. In terms of fire incidents, Zone 2 represents 45.1%, Zone 3 represents 2.08%, and Zone 4 represents 2.77%. So zone-wise different sectors affected by fire. It shows that the Zone 1 is highly vulnerable in market sectors and industrial sectors. Zone 4 is highly vulnerable in residential sector and market sector. And the factor analysis result, it shows factor A represents 0.95 and 0.98 in market and industries. And factor B influences mainly in hospital and residential areas. So,
Gampang menuju kuwi. Ojo, enggak.
and it has been classified into 3 categories, high, moderate, and low. Zone 1 falls in the category of high and
Langsung.
Zone 2 moderate, Zone 4
Ini musuh gampang umi. Ini ojo. Mbah kuwi jerone ojo tekok maksudnya kok topik umum banget jerone. Kenapa intervensinya itu? Kemudian
deskripsi toh.
So,
itu tolong kamu jelaskan bagaimana dampaknya, dampak the seed effect for your respondent is bad, is good, is very good, is not bad. Hasil literaturmu keterbaruanmu opo, perbedaan mulai ngapal lo.
Location of water bodies
Ya bicara mau enak no.
satellite images
Mbok ngawur wae ngapain kowe iki?
utilizing
Yo tekok tapi mau ngawur tekok. Aku tekok komponen kan bingung.
and the number of
Tak
slums
jelas ya komponennya kalau tak
has been
dowo iki kenjaku dowo.
and categorized
Masuk hati kowe ngomong dia pi.
for visualization. Land use land cover map has been prepared
OLD keberapa cara
satellite images
Kemudian lagi ngawur
categories water body community
mereka juga
open
ngerti
space
kok kesehatan.
market area and residential area.
Goblok.
Pump station
Terus
fire
terjadi di
stations
keperawatan.
graphically represented using GPS coordinates points.
Ojo topik ngawur.
And the V4 model has been applied to
OLD
prioritize
kebaruan.
the
Mereka yang ngerti
selected study
Kemudian
area
keperawatan
based
seru.
on the fire hazard risk.
Wong luar itu
It
mereka
shows
keperawatan kabeh.
that the
Mbok engko iki
northeastern
pendidikan
section
eksono.
is the most vulnerable, very high, moderate, moderate.
Wih, mereka kung giantem.
Shows that the INSEE
Ya kita itu
integrated
parah
fire
tapi
hazard management fire hazard management is a good option. Thank you.
Alright, so is there any planning that you intend to do with this type of data?
Oh, this type of data are secondary databases. Secondary databases. Historical databases, mainly fire incidents from 2006 to 2018.
Oke kapok sama lu sebenarnya internasional ngelinkolin.
Temanya ra nyambung. Suara aku banget.
Kan penting psikologi pendidikan.
Sorry?
How does effective
You must go on.
Sing liyoe kesehatan mental.
Effectiveness of
Pas aku tak apik, itu dalam mudah.
Aku kok pembelajaran di sekolah.
actually my research objective is to determine the sectors. Which sector is most vulnerable?
Nanti punya di-
Residential,
Iya,
academia,
kita tuh
hospital.
salahkan aja Prof Santi belum diterima. Ora pas ku nyampe. Apel timu siap nang tak tekok iki.
out of the time, but if you have any question, you can just straight away to that presenter. Okay? Thank you.
Punya mah.
Okay, so we proceed to the next.
Yeah, our next presenter is Asiri Sabah.
goal means we are here to address Saudi Arabia, which we candidate in the faculty of nursing. My labor to visit their research projects. They have electronic medical course and teamwork, effectiveness, and patient safety among the nurses, which is vital to study. The current study investigates the effectiveness of digital communication of patient safety among perioperative nurses in Gaza City. So the effective communication among perioperative team is an important determinant of patient safety and avoiding adverse events and surgical site or bronchosite surgery, surgical procedure. Also, the study explores how digital communication enhances teamwork, effectiveness, and improves safety outcomes as more digital tools integrated into healthcare centers. How methodology is a cross-sectional study in the population, preoperative nursing, working in both public and private hospitals in Gaza City. We used stratified random sampling reacted to this study. 20 from the population as pilot study. Our research setting, it was in Gaza City, private and public hospitals, and we have ethical approval from IRB committee in December. This is our instrument. It combined of two sections, socio-demographic, and the second section is team structure, leadership structure, communication, mutual support, situation monitoring, and as well patient safety structure. Our data has been collected from more than 15 hospitals, private and public hospitals in Gaza City, and those hospitals, as you can see, using many platforms of digitalization medical records. Some of them are VIDA system, and the rest as medical cloud process systems. Alhamdulillah, we get a result of high index content validity for our tool, and proper alpha reliable or content validity index was from 0.85 to 0.89. Also, the newly developed survey questionnaire can be used in full-scale research. This pilot study also contributes to understanding of digitalization role in perioperative setting, and it recommends integration of digital communication tools into clinical practice to enhance teamwork and patient safety.
Thank you, Abdullah. I have questions regarding your sample. Because you have presented here just now, there are 25 hospitals, right? 19 hospitals. So, why the respondent, the number of respondents, just one each for each hospital? Why you choose only one respondent for each of the hospital?
As I mentioned, it is pilot study for the questionnaire. We need to get the validity of the questionnaire. It is only pilot study. Because we raise it like for peer review with our leaders only. After that, this is phase one from my project action. Phase two will be retest for sale, and and it will be dispersed of questionnaire, online questionnaire for all period of our activities. So it is only for leaders.
For the leader,
Okay, validity of the
okay,
questionnaire.
is good, but then I would suggest that maybe you can reduce the number of hospital, and then regarding the title, maybe you can just focus to few hospitals only instead of focusing in one city.
Yeah, for sure. I get your good point, but you know, for each hospital we have only one OR and one leader for each OR. So you can see if you combine one supervisor.
Bisa jadi kesenjangan pada penelitian.
Punya nih kesenjangan
Penelitian masih kurang pas opo.
fenomena yang terjadi
Iya, dipengaruhi karo penelitian.
semua nih
Tapi mereka ya ora ngerti tenang wae iki.
riset Kepri banyak pendidik yang belum sadar psikologi yang mengakibatkan pembelajaran tidak sukses intinya menurut Bismillah.
Iya.
Terus survei yang baru survei kan apa nih?
Conclusion. Riset gap ya wis no. Penelitian sebelumnya.
Finding summary itu
Ini sebenarnya kesimpulan.
finding summary ini apa?
Sik.
Rasa tak kayak
Cek sik, rasa ora apa-apa. Rasa ora apa-apa ora kudu kan. Ringkasan. Mau tekan direktur. Apa?
All these are tools to care for the patient. And these tools we need to assist them.
So is there any question? Okay, no, okay, we have one question. Another question.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Waduh.
Yeah, because that problem is coming forward. So you can stay working with the medical bed. So otherwise, the other hospital is working with the platform. Yeah, the system is coming for whole hospital. We cannot stay working in paper-based, while in the other hospital system. The other thing, it brought very big the gap. We need to make more safety for the patient. For example, your patient is coming from intra-operative, from pre-operative, and if not checked in the system, it cannot be seen to intra-operative nurse. This will give you more concern from the patient safety, because you need to check everything, like identification, like site marking, and as
Kabupaten.
long as this will prevent the wrong surgery, site surgery,
Kusan ki kok kene. Terus nek sampai titiknya keliru nih sampai total mumet.
actually it is crime.
Ora iso nih. Sampai hotel kan di luar sana ora iso kan. 50 km ora iso.
You get me, right? This is the issue. we have computer. We have the computer. This is our computer, but the system itself, the system. You cannot see the patient inside our heart in the system, and you cannot see his file unless you check him with the system in the pre-op. That's why this will give you good tracking for patient file and patient safety.
Thank you so much. So, alright. This is last call for ICD Sabah. We have ICD Sabah or else Ashapri Laila. Yes. And then what about Prarine? Asiri Sabah. Anyone? Asiri Sabah? Ashapri Laila. So not here, right? Okay, so with that, yeah, we have come to the end of our session. Okay. Thank you for your attention, and I hope that the presentation from your presenters all have been benefits you. And if you have any question or further discussion, so later on after this, maybe you can just approach the presenter and you might have working, yeah, you can improve in terms of your research also. Okay, so thank you very much for your attention.
Kenapa aku tengok apa tu kau?
Thank you very much to all the presenters. I call upon the product on the stage to present the certificates to the session chairperson. I call upon Dr. Elena to receive the certificate from Dr. Sandy Prodar.
Jadi katanya kau tiket di situ. Oh langsung ternyata.
Dr. Elena Tuna.
Dr. Linda. Masukkan. Dr. Linda. Dr. Linda. Kalau tahu kawan, satu you
So to call upon the second chairperson, Dr. Nik Nurul Najiha, to receive the certificate.
mereka ini sekarang gitu loh, Pak.
Iya. Ini ilmu kesemene ilmu kesemene.
All the presenters, please come upon the stage for a photography session. Presenters for this session.
Dari ini langsung buka.
So just take a tea break. Within 15 minutes, come back to main hall. We'll start the presentation. Okay?
Ya,
Thank you.
break. Kirim dulu.